Okay, 6-1, work together. I've opened up my directions in my book. It tells us Winters Incorporated uses the direct write-off method of recording uncollectible accounts expense. A general journal and a cash receipts journal are provided to us. Use page 2 of a general journal and page 4 of a cash receipts journal. Source documents are abbreviated as follows. We have 4 transactions that we are going to be recording. So, our first transaction is February 3rd. It says that we wrote off Loper Company's past due account as uncollectible, $115.81, memorandum 31. That's going to go into my general journal. So I'm going to start with February 3rd. I'm writing off that account. So I'm going to debit my uncollectible accounts expense, memorandum 33, it says. And I'm going to debit that for 115.81. And then I'm going to credit my accounts receivable Loper Company for 115.81. Okay, next transaction is April 24th. We wrote off Polk Supplies past due account as uncollectible, which is $95, memorandum 42. So now I have April 24th. And I'm writing off another account. So again, I'm going to debit my uncollectible accounts expense. This time I'm memorandum 42, and I'm debiting that for $95. I'm going to credit accounts receivable. The company is Polk Supply for $95. May 14th. It says that we received cash in full payment of Loper Company's account that was previously written off as uncollectible, $115.81, memorandum 51, and receipt number 221. Okay, so first I need to reopen that account, and I'm going to do that in my general journal. So I have May 14th. And to reopen that account, I'm just going to do the opposite of when I closed it. So this is the transaction when I closed the account. So I'm going to flip that around. I'm going to debit my accounts receivable Loper Company. I'm going to use my memorandum 51 for this one. I'm going to debit that for $115.81. And then I'm going to credit my uncollectible accounts expense for $115.81. Okay, that was the first part of that transaction. The second part is I also need to put that into the cash receipts because I received cash. So I'm going to go down to my cash receipts journal. My date is still May 14th. And on this one, I'm receiving money from Loper Company. So I'm going to put them in my account title. My document number is receipt 221. And I'm going to go over here. I received cash, so I'm going to debit cash for $115.81. And I'm going to credit that accounts receivable for $115.81. Okay, last transaction is June 8th. I received cash in full payment of Polk Supplies account, previously written off as uncollectible, $95. So same thing that I did before. I first need to reopen that account, so June 8th. I'm just flipping this around. So I'm going to now debit my accounts receivable Polk, memorandum 64. I'm debiting for 95. And then I'm going to credit uncollectible accounts expense for 95. Now that I've reopened the account, now I need to show that it is paid. So I'm going to go to my cash receipts. June 8th, I'm receiving money from Polk Supply. This is receipt 259. I'm going to go to my cash debit. I'm receiving $95, and I'm going to credit my accounts receivable. Okay, so that is it there. I'm going to check my answer. Everything looks good. You can now do the 6-1 on your own.